What is up, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning into another episode of the Anti-Gravity Group podcast. My name is Braden Carlson.
My name is Taylor.
My name is Shane, or as you might know me, Postart.
And my name's Matt.
Taylor almost forgot his name.
He did, yeah.
My cadence was a little off.
Yeah, it's because we've been gone for a couple of weeks, but you guys didn't know that, which is fantastic. So, real quick, I'm going to reiterate one more time, since we talked about it in the last episode. There is a schedule change for the Anti-Gravity Group podcast. The release dates for the public are going to be exactly the same every Monday as it has been. However, we're now recording every other week. So we're going to record one episode and then do a live stream that will also become an episode, since people didn't understand that the live streams weren't the podcast episodes anyway. And I assume then not listening to the podcast because they think that they watched it live when it was in fact a different thing.
Yeah.
So live stream's going to be a podcast episode now because people just kind of assumed that it was in the first place. So assume hard enough and it becomes
hard
reality.
to catch you on the podcast. Oh, what do you mean?
No.
Oh,
it's not.
It just seems random when you get on there. Well, that's not the podcast. But now
And
it is.
also, it was never random. It was every Tuesday for a year, but
All these
now
all
it's
these dang
every other
terms.
Tuesday.
Dude, all these just dang terms. Podcast, live stream, yada yada. Skibbity, whatever.
Oh, there was some kid at Airfest that named their rocket Skibbity Express. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hearing
Yeah, there was
Terry
also
say
a-
that was pretty fun.
There was a big back too.
Was there?
Yeah. Terry read it. Yeah.
That's crazy.
What is that?
It's young
No.
people talk, Matt.
Dude.
It's just going to make you mad. We'll tell you later.
Yeah, shut up, you old man. Except by the time this episode comes out, I'll be 30, which is pretty
Bet.
disgusting.
Braden will be old too.
Yeah, you guys
No.
are all old already.
All right. Anyway, we are going to try out a little bit of a new format here where each of us has brought a bit of a discussion, and we're going to slide gracefully down Conversation Street. How's that sound? Is that
Ooh.
good?
Bad, don't do that.
I don't want
Made me
that.
uncomfortable.
I'm out.
I'll
Too
slide.
Yeah.
Slide into it.
Pull the handbrake and glide down Conversation Street.
I'm out.
Okay, well, I'm going to go last because I'm trying to bury the lead a little bit because it's something that I so far have only revealed on Patreon. But I'm curious who wants to go first. I kind of want to nominate Matt because he's the newest level 3 certified member of the Anti-Gravity Group. And, well,
And we
this
told
is
him to
only
come prepared.
Yeah, but we are also assuming that he went with what we suggested. Is that what happened, Matt?
No. No.
He didn't bring
Okay.
anything.
He
Wait,
forgot.
wait. No, I've got something fun to share.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Is it about rockets?
Yeah, it's about rockets.
It's about the big hole in the front yard.
So I just came up with this really cool concept of like launching one rocket from another rocket, right? You've got one.
That's called a two-stage.
But I'm just now coming up with this awesome idea.
Oh,
And I
okay.
think it would be really
Oh.
neat to do that at the same time, and and then it just, you know what I mean? What do you guys think of that?
I think it sounds super easy.
Yeah.
Like
Oh.
something you could do first try.
Yeah.
That's
With
what
like
I
a
would-
12-second staging gap.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I've got.
Was-
Thank you.
Is that your whole spiel? Was that you? Okay, hold on.
Matt's so fired.
I couldn't come up with anything. I
We
even
we
looked-
told you.
I know. I even went to the Rocketry forum and was digging for stuff. I could not find anything to bring up. I legitimately was trying to find something.
Okay, well, I'm confused though. Because
Why?
you have ideas for things you want to do
Oh.
since you're level 3 now, right?
Oh, okay. I guess yeah. I guess me joking that
We gave you a prompt in case you didn't want to think of one.
I know.
You just had to do the thinking part.
We put the baseball on a tee and gave you an oversized bat. And you still
And then you
struck
took the
out.
bat and walked away and said, "There's no balls here.
That
There's
is
nothing to
crazy.
hit."
All right, let me try to hit the ball off the tee. Let me try to hit the ball off the tee, please.
All right.
Yeah, I'd like to work on a 2-stage project. I think for Airfest next year is what I'm thinking. So I've been
Oh,
trying to do-
S.
yeah, as
Damn.
He's
no
getting
beat.
real. He's got a date in mind now.
Yeah, that's what I would like to shoot for. I think that would be kind of
Now,
fun.
okay, if you did that, are you aware that you would need to start before 3 weeks before Airfest? Probably.
Yes,
I mean, it's
I think-
possible, not recommended.
I think part of why I want to do this though is because I know that you guys just made it look so easy that I wanted to try to like actually do my own research without any help of anybody else that makes it look super easy. And so I want to actually like go through the process of going through the forums, looking at people, talking to people about their 2-stage rockets, and try to do this without having to use training wheels, such as you all wheels. You know what I'm saying? What do you guys think of that?
We can learn 2-stage stuff together, Matt.
No,
I've also never done it before.
Okay. All right.
Ooh.
Um,
S&P versus F&B?
Oh, no way.
Is it an anti-gravity group showdown?
Dude, people would love that if we
That could
did
be
a
fun.
A 2-stage showdown at Airfest?
yeah. Oh, actually, that would be really awesome. I mean, Shane,
what
if
were
you
we
wanna do
talking
that-
about doing drag racing? You and Shane versus me and Matt. What was? Oh, it was
Mini-Man?
like
Oh,
It was
10
the
inch-
Arcus versus the Nike Smoke.
no. We were gonna build something new.
Oh, we were?
Yeah, because we both built all of those together, or both of those.
I remember.
All of us built both of those together. Is what I meant. I think we were talking
Fair.
about doing Fat Men.
Was it really like Fat Boys?
Yeah,
Big
but then
dudes.
didn't we just realize that we already have big rockets?
I think that's right.
That sounds pretty stupid.
Do we have enough, though?
Not once Taylor's new house is
Oh,
done.
that's
That's
right.
for sure.
Yeah, we got to
That's
fill
what it
that
was.
up.
We were gonna make another big rocket. I can't remember what it was. Was it an
No,
upscale?
no, we weren't.
Yeah, we
I
were.
think we were
'cause
gonna
then
ma-
we'd all
yeah.
have.
We'd all have
Yeah.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah, then
we'd
we
all have
could
one.
have like a showdown.
Well,
we'll
what's
do
the
it-
other big rocket?
I think it was a
upscale
full scale
dude.
iris, right,
Oh,
Matt?
yeah.
No.
Upscale big dude.
Oh.
We'll just get a custom Zeppelin made.
Dude, that would be the best meme, though.
It really would be fantastic.
And blow it. It would take so long to inflate, and then it gets a hole.
Yeah, we'd have to like lay it out on the pad and then inflate it and like support it so that once it lands and instantly blows itself up, we at least had one flight in there.
Or
What
do we
if you
rent
just
a
fill it-
What if we rent like a 40-foot enclosed trailer and then blow the whole thing up and transport
Oh.
it inflated?
What if we make a big thing out of it and then we just fill it up with helium, but we don't tell anybody? Then we stand it up on the pad, tie it down, and then whoever
Use a
counts down.
D12-3.
No, we just like cut cables and let it float up.
What if, here we go. What if we did hydrogen?
Oh yeah,
I hear that's
Oh.
good for those.
yeah.
And then, you know, what we can paint it with iron oxide and aluminum powder.
Oh,
I've
That
heard that's a
sounds
great combination.
Wow.
I'm sold.
There's a great Mythbusters episode on that, actually, because some guy wrote a whole dissertation about how hydrogen had nothing to do with how fast the Hindenburg burned, and it was all the fact that they painted it with thermite, even though that's not what happened and not true at all. And then the Mythbusters, I was like, this is one of the episodes I've rewatched recently where I was like, man, they got paid to do this, where they just like made some swatches of fabric and painted them with thermite and lit them on fire
Yeah.
inside. It's crazy, dude.
Wow.
Okay, well, Matt, do you know what size 2-stage you're trying to?
Yeah, I feel like I'd probably do 38 millimeter motors. I think something kind of small but not too small.
What if I told you you could build it with 54s and adapt down?
That's probably the better play. That's probably the better
Wild
play.
that you're making that suggestion though, because if he does it and then he puts an adapter in, you'd be like, "Oh, you such a sissy. Why don't you put a
Yeah.
before in it?"
Exactly.
And then I
It'll be
lose it. I put it in the ground because I went too big and just wasn't ready.
Well, you got to
for it.
believe in yourself.
Well, I don't know.
No, I
Maybe.
suggested Matt use the 3-inch parts he got from Terry as part of it.
Yeah, that could. Yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking about. But it's funny that I'm saying that I wanted to do this without any help from you guys, but here we are. I think
Well, I'm not
we
going
can
to
make
tell you.
suggestions.
I'm
You're
not going
right,
to tell you the
yeah.
2-stage magic. I'm just giving you some shape suggestions. Dude,
that's nice.
We're not giving away our secrets over here.
True.
Do you want to do like a scale one, or are you just gonna kind of come up with your own ass?
I feel like I might just come up with my own S. I think that'd make it more
Dude.
fun. Whoa. Okay.
All right, yeah.
In the talk of the upscale big dude discussion.
It's just the dude.
Okay, there we go.
Well, I guess if we upscaled it, it would be the big dude.
Yeah, that one would be the big dude.
I was thinking, has anybody ever taken a Stomp rocket and put an AP? Okay, yeah, a giant Stomp rocket motor. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I've wanted to make an upscaled Stomp rocket and then make like an old school detonator that is a giant like Stomp pad. So like someone counts down and then you jump on it and there's a switch in there that launches the rocket.
I love that. That'd be awesome. It could just be like the pressure controlled switches at your house for the disposal or whatever,
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
air
exactly.
switch. Then do a bounce recovery.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. 8-inch diameter rocket with a big giant foam nose cone. That's
Whoa.
No, just
That
do
seems
like
fun.
do one of those like the guy that made the big paper mache rockets.
oh, that's a video I should
Just
pull
make a
for
really
short.
huge like light thing, so you could do that, and just put like a big what can you get that's like big but nerfy?
I don't know, Nerf material.
Exercise ball.
Oh.
I guess it's
Dude,
not very light.
No, yeah. I've been hit in the face by one of those getting thrown at me before. It wasn't very soft or pleasant, honestly.
We need like
Maybe
one
we
of
need
those
to test again.
like one of those gym like balls from school that people would take bites out of.
Oh, yeah.
Like a big one though.
Dude, were
That'd be
people
fun.
really biting those? It sure looked like it, but
Yeah,
were
I
biting
think
it or
they just put
ripping
their
it out?
fingers into it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Oh,
what?
It's more fun to imagine that people were just biting them.
yeah.
They look like giant jawbreakers, right?
I think
I
Matt was the
guess,
one biting
I
them.
guess.
Yeah.
I think you just gave it away.
He unburied the lead. Okay, well,
That's all
I
got.
think, Matt, it sounds good. You should look into doing a 2-stage. Not something you necessarily needed to be level 3 to do, but
Yeah.
cool nonetheless.
Thanks.
Maybe I should build my Nike Tomahawk and we can do 2-stage stuff together.
Ooh.
What if we discussed the possibility of making a 5.5-inch tomahawk for the 10-inch Nike Smoke?
Yeah, because remember I pointed out that the scale is like perfect.
Yeah. Okay. I remember we brought it up. I didn't know if we really discussed it. I mean, it shouldn't happen immediately since we haven't flown the rocket, but
Well, the very second it flies and it's up for grabs.
yeah, we'll start making the tomahawk.
Yeah. It would be easy. I mean, we could use a Lock Precision one. Oh, they don't make it anymore, huh? But we could ask them.
It would.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess with enough glass.
Well, what would you wanted to do a fiberglass one?
I guess no, because I don't really want to pay for that. So yeah. I guess
Although
that's
if we
our
did a
best option.
fiberglass one, we could put like a gnarly sustainer motor in there.
I know.
We could ask.
That's what's tempting. But I'm like, if you put enough glass on the cardboard one, you could push it, right?
Yeah, for sure. Well, but if we did an all fiberglass one, then we could have Kyle make one of those like full ends that or maybe another O motor 6 feet long.
In the sustainer.
Yeah, dude. We'll boost it on like a full end cluster and then just light a giant 4-inch O. Awesome.
That's really what I want, though.
Yeah,
Something
it'd be
that
sick.
hard.
It would be like properly like a sounding rocket. Like you guys are just making Wallops Island stuff now. It's all we ever wanted, really.
Dude, that would go like 40,000 feet.
Yeah, it'd be crazy. Something that scale, that would be gnarly. We might be pushing the boundaries of what they're going to be down with happening in Argonia. They're like, yeah, no.
we just got to come at one of the smaller launches.
All right, well, don't talk about that. It's just the cobblestone's already sold out for Airfest next year. We gotta stop hyping Argonia up, dude.
I know. We just got to go to one of the really lame launches that's not Airfest.
No, we're not even going to go to those. Don't even bother. It's not even fun.
Yeah. We'll just think about it.
Yeah, we'll think about it super hard and not go. Okay. Well, who wants to go next? Matt? I already did, I guess. I don't know why I'm suggesting Matt again. Matt, go again.
What? Okay. All right.
Yeah, what else are you going to do, Matt?
No.
All right. Shane or Taylor, take it away.
Well, you got something, Postart?
I do, but you look like you were getting ready to say something.
No, I got a little rant, so I think.
Ooh, okay.
Rant. I think
I'll go
you should
then.
go first.
All right. Do you guys see 3D printing making any more significant changes in Rocketry, or do you think we've kind of reached the potential?
I mean, like 3D printing metal components is already getting more and more common. So yeah,
That's
there's
fair.
aluminum printed fin cans and S like that going supersonic at far, and like Roy's Rockets fin cans where you can like stand on them and stuff. 3D printed stuff's only going to get like more refined and stronger as technology grows. But I do think there's going to be like a line drawn in the sand where like 3D printed stuff is going to be sort of frowned upon. You already can't do it for a cert, right?
I think so.
Which is interesting because you can just buy like a pre-made metal bin can and use it for a cert still, or can you? No, I don't think you can anymore, actually. Maybe not level 3. I think you could still in theory use an Acme fin can for like 1 or 2.
I don't know. I'd have to reread it. That may have changed.
All right, send us an email to contact@aggpodcast.com and tell me why I'm wrong or right. I don't know. It's interesting. I still want to do like a 3D printed. I was thinking about buying an L1000 from the sale this year because I wanted to do 3D printed fin can and just see how fast we can make them go successfully and like scale it up gradually, with that kind of being the end of it because that's going to be well into the Mach 2 range if the rocket's short enough. And I was like, oh, I don't need to buy an L1000. I have a couple like 54Ls, but I don't really want to risk my AMW hardware, so I might just go with an L1000.
Why not just roll a composite case?
Yeah, why not? Why would...
Oh, no, this
Just
is
whip
fun.
one up, Braden.
Yeah, just kick it out. Also, what am I going to do about the graphite nozzle?
I didn't think about that part.
Just glue it in.
Just put
Just get another one. They're only $70.
put a used Aerotech nozzle in there.
You probably could size an Aerotech single throw 54 to work. That sounds like S and P, honestly. Plus a composite case, well, I guess L1000 is a composite case. Gary once told me they get hotter than the aluminum cases, the DMS cases do. So, but that's part of the test,
Interesting.
right? We gotta see if it can. It only needs to stand up for like a few seconds, right? So it'll be fine, probably, maybe. Probably. But I was kind of thinking about doing it over a fiberglass tube, just so we'll have like to do a transition on the fin can would be easy enough, just so it doesn't melt the inside of it. I don't know, Hatthew,
Yeah.
Taylor, what do you guys think?
I don't know. I feel like as technology, improves just in general, like I would think that it'd be more prevalent, more helpful, like people finding new ways to use 3D printing, right? Such as
I'm gonna pause for a second. Did you say
okay.
prelevant?
Yeah.
I meant to say prevalent.
Oh.
Prevalent. Sometimes my mouth doesn't work. I love the really poopy clap.
Dude, that's a soundbite. Did you say prelevant? I meant to say prelevant.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry to interrupt you there.
Yeah,
Go on.
no, that was totally interruptible. So yeah, I feel like as technology improves, people find new ways to use it, blah blah blah. That's a really generic answer. Yeah, I don't know. I think that it'll continue to advance. I mean, we used it on the Nike Smoke recently, right? In kind of a different way, which I think was kind of neat. Uh-oh. Sorry, the dog was getting huffy.
Oh. Kingsley the Rocket Dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, I think we might kind of be the first. Well, no, people have definitely used 3D printed for scale detail stuff, but I think
Not in a
that's
fin crown, though, I don't think.
yeah, I think we're going to be the first to test at scale, like a big 3D printed part as well. So, and it's not, we're like, okay, well, this rocket's only at max, like Mach 1.5. So this should be totally fine.
It's very funny that we didn't really question any of that. Where it's like, yeah, that should be good.
Yeah, that'll do perfect.
Yeah, we're gonna be the example for why not to do it.
My hope, though, is that if it did fail, it would just be really funny, and they would just disintegrate off of the fin stubs, and then we just make new ones and slide them back on.
Yeah.
Just flutters.
Oopsie,
super hard.
LOL. Whoops. Sorry.
Flutters super hard and just rips the caps off, and we just have a giant Nike Smoke with dumb, goofy fins on it. I can't believe how long I posted a picture of just the fin stub, and it got like 100 comments before somebody was like, "That doesn't look correct." And I was like, "Finally, yeah, it's not. It's really dumb looking." But everybody was just like, "Yeah, rock on, big rocket." I think people were like, wow, that's awesome. And then they were like showing their friends, like, did you see this stupid Nike Smoke, the ugly fins that those guys are building?
Yeah, how many shares did it have?
They talk so much ass on people building their rockets wrong, and look at this Nike Smoke. It's the dumbest looking one ever.
Yeah, this looks like trash. These guys are dumb.
They were just being
all right.
It does look kind of dumb currently, but with scale fins.
Yeah.
So less dumb.
It is kind of funny, though. I think I might be pointing it out in the video. It's kind of funny how hard we went on making the fins look right for how much of the nose cone does not look right and really isn't even the correct length.
Yeah, but, what are you going to do?
I guess we'll have to make a scale nose cone down the road. That'll be nice and easy.
Yeah, no thanks. Postart, you want to make one 3D print it out of, how many pieces would that be?
Probably like 6.
6?
Something like that. Maybe 7.
I think it might be more than that. Nike Smoke nose cones are long as ass, dude.
What's the ratio, roughly?
I think it's like 8-1 on the proper ones.
So it would probably be like 7 or 8 pieces.
Well, I honestly don't think it would be that bad though. If we use the same trick as the Arcus, it'd just be a little bit weird with the reference board would have to have the bump in it. But then
If we made a foam one, it would be pretty easy.
And then Shane could 3D print a scale shaped tip.
Ooh.
And like the little side
That would be
pieces.
sick.
Okay, well, perhaps there is a scale cone in our future.
That's hilarious. They were like, all right, guys, one of our dreams was always to have a 10-inch Polecat rock or 10-inch Nike Smoke. So here's our 10-inch Nike Smoke that doesn't use a single Polecat component at all.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
the whole thing was just a trick to get us to build a 10-inch Nike Smoke.
Yeah, we put the pill in the bologna, but we did it ourselves.
Yeah, sourcing the weird size tubes and everything instead of just building a 12-inch one.
Yeah, it would have been like the same price, too. Oh, man. And then we could have had 98 and 675s in that, too. Could you imagine?
Ooh.
Probably just.
Then I really wouldn't trust the fin crowns.
Yeah. That would go crazy hard.
Dude, whether or not
that-
those work is going to decide if I do it on the Black Brant.
Oh, yeah. Somebody already inquired about getting a 5.5-inch version from Postart as well. So get in line, everybody.
Yeah,
Everyone's gonna be like, yeah, I'll take some. And then ours are gonna
Yeah.
turn into confetti.
Dude,
like, oh, I don't want that.
If they do fail, though, my hope is that they just turn into dust. You know, sort of a Tintin situation.
Yeah, I don't know if dust is debris and projectiles might be more.
What if it like unwinds the layers
Oh, I didn't think about that as a
and it's
possibility.
just silly string in the air?
Yeah, there's nothing on the leading edges, huh?
Or it turns to
No.
mashed potato.
I mean, we
Well,
could
you
add
know.
something.
We'll see how it goes.
It'll be fine.
I don't think. I mean, this is a meme and a half for a 10-inch rocket, but dude, I don't think Mach 1.5 is fast enough to be a problem. It's not going that fast on the first flight, though. So if we start to see some stress, we'll be like, okay, maybe we got to address this a hair.
I mean, none of the sims really go much faster than Mach 1, like 1.1.
It's fine then. Oh yeah, we can't fit ends in it.
Yeah, it's sort of self-limiting.
That's gonna be the real meme. People will be like, "You guys build a rocket that you can't fit an end motor in." Yep. Sorry. Oh, we can fit a 5-grain maybe. We could get the N2200.
Well, no, I mean, you could fit a 4-grain that's an N.
Here he goes again.
Is
Well,
it time for Taylor's rant?
I think so. Is it about how M1939s are end motors so that you can? say
No,
you've
that's
flown
next
one?
week's rant.
Oh, got it.
No, I just thought, I'd give everyone a good rant on why do we take so long at the launch pad? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Going out to the pad, there's already like 3 guys out there, and then you put your rocket on the pad, arm your electronics, and they're still D'ing around with it on your way back. And I'm just like, you got to be ready. I mean, have you ever tried to turn on your electronics before? Maybe if it doesn't work, you could just pull it back off the pad. Or what about the guy that's D'ing around with his GPS
Oh,
and it's not working? Everyone else is done on that rack. You go back. He's holding the whole rack up for like 10 minutes. You're holding up
Dude,
the entire launch.
It's crazy to me.
Just go back to the flight line and say, hey, hold my card, don't fly it, it's not ready, and then go back out there. Just have some self-awareness that you're holding up an entire rack of rockets for like 15 minutes sometimes. It
is crazy that people like feel no remorse for that. If I'm the last one like arming electronics and stuff, I start being like, oh no, I'm the a-hole. I gotta get my ass together
Yeah.
and get out of here. Some people are
Like
just
when,
like,
when you roll up and everyone else is starting to walk back, you're like, oh, I'll be quick,
yeah,
It's ridiculous.
exactly. Also, if you do what Taylor suggested there, and you have them hold your card, do not hook the igniter up. I've seen that before,
Yeah.
where there's an igniter
No.
in a rocket, and people are like, "Don't fly that when it's not ready yet." Like, it shouldn't be able to be flown. That's on you for one. Oh, I have hiccups.
Ew.
But yeah, no, I agree. It's like if everybody's still out there and things are still getting worked on, sure, whatever. That's why even like when I want to interview somebody about a flight, if there's people like already wrapped up and ready to leave, I'm like, I'm not gonna do it because I don't want to be like, oh well, there's Rocket holding everything up again, even though my batteries are cooking and my rocket's ready to fly because somebody wants to talk about their K700, which has never happened before because I don't let. But yeah, it is crazy to me that people are just like, well, I gotta get my rocket ready to fly, so you'll just have to wait. When, especially at a launch, like even at Airfest, which is a really big launch, the time it takes to clear the pads and get back out there is like 10 minutes usually.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, the turnaround is quick if it's allowed to happen, but it's just it's infuriating. And if you are volunteering, don't send the people out to the rack when everyone else is walking back. Like it won't take that long to fly what's on the rack. Instead of just like, oh yeah, they're racking rockets on that one. Yeah, just let them go out. Like sometimes that makes sense if there's people actively racking the rockets, but when like 5 people just finished and are walking back from a 7 rocket rack, oh, it's like, oh, there's an open pad. Let me just go down there. No, just say, I'll wait to the next one.
Yeah, dude, that is crazy to me sometimes, especially because like so many people are like full on the lipo game, right? And sometimes people just like they'll use the smallest battery they can fit in stuff for small electronic space and stuff. Like I don't remember who it was. Somebody had a 1S battery in a really tiny electronics bay, and he's like, I got like 15 minutes of power. I was like, okay,
that's crazy.
This is on you partially, but like really there should never be a scenario where that's a problem in the first place. So I mean, yeah, it's just kind of like an etiquette thing where people just like have no self-awareness. So if you are having problems with your rocket and you're not ready to fly, but everyone else is, maybe stop to consider that for a moment.
Anyway, that's all I got.
That's it? That's your whole rant?
I think it's a good
rant. I mean, I could keep going, but I mean, we've covered most of it. That is
true.
It just pees me off. You know what I mean?
Oh,
he's spiced up.
Okay. Well, I'll go on to mine then. This is something I've shared on my Patreon so far, but haven't shared with anywhere else. I don't even think the video is going to be out maybe by the time this podcast episode comes out because we're a couple weeks out right now. Thanks to our new recording schedule, the Anti-Gravity Group podcast, where every other Tuesday we will be recording an episode that's not live, and then we will be doing a live stream recording an episode after that every other Tuesday. I think we're going to move the live streams to the Anti-Gravity Group channel as well. But at any rate, I wanted to show this because I am blown away. This is the new Silicdyne Reperix, the smallest GPS transmitter in Rocketry. And I know that you can't see this if you're just listening, but if you are in the Discord, which is free for everybody, I'm going to post pictures right after we record this episode to the general public Discord instead of just the Patreon one of this thing next to a featherweight transmitter, because if you're familiar with a featherweight GPS transmitter, it is not a big board, but this makes a featherweight GPS transmitter look massive. It's so crazy. And this is the antenna. It's like 3/8 of an inch tall. The whole antenna, the entire assembly is like an inch and 3/4 maybe. It's so tiny. And it comes in like a nice box, which is pretty cool. And then it's got this it comes with its own ground station, but I think it uses the same ground station setup as the Fluctus, but the Fluctus now, well, has been for a while. When I demoed when it wasn't yet available, like for mobile use, but they have a Bluetooth app to use with the ground station, so it looks pretty cool. Right now, as of the recording of this podcast, the app is only available on Android, and it's not even available in the Play Store. You have to like enable external app installations, which is a little bit of a hesitation for people in the first place, because and you're kind of opening yourself up to viruses. But only install this app and it won't be a problem. Also, huge shout out, you boys see that charger plug right there for the ground station? That is USB-C, baby. My favorite thing.
Wow.
The whole reason I finally bought an iPhone is that they actually decided to finally go to USB-C. It comes with a data cable for the 4-pin that's on the transmitter itself. And, okay, here's the crazy part, all right? I didn't show you guys any of this stuff yet, except for Postart, because he lives with me. Matt and Taylor, if you look on the box here, which you probably can't read, and I'm going to read it anyway because people are listening and not watching, it says unrestricted speed on the front of the box.
Unrestricted speed. Wow.
Which,
not ITAR
of course,
or whatever.
Right. Raise some flags. I was like, can I get a little bit of clarification here? Because whether or not you know why GPS locks out once you go supersonic, it's not just because you're like outperforming what GPS can handle. It's because it's legally required in the US so that you don't make guided missiles. So this, however, and I still haven't gotten the clarification if it's like live downlink this information as well, but not only is this GPS, it has an accelerometer. So you get actual full speed accelerometer data out of this thing as well. It is crazy. Also, let's say you just got back from a big launch weekend and you're using another GPS brand and you have some issues with the amount of channels that are available, and some occasional issues arise at big launches. The Reperix has 26 channels, so it's not endless supply, but it is a decent amount. How many are on the featherweight one? Does anyone know off the top of their head?
6.
Hold
A
on,
good
let me
amount.
open it.
It kind of feels like 6 sometimes. I think
I
it's
wanna
like
say there's-
16.
I thought there was like 30.
Some power of 2. 31.
28. Yeah, okay. So it is still 900 band on the Silicdyne, so there is still a potential for having some crossover with the channel that people are on the featherweight stuff. Dude, it's unfortunate because like there's not really much we can do about it, but maybe that's another quick thing we should rant about is turning your transmitters off once your rocket is.
I know, it
Done
really
flying.
seems like everyone just has them cooking.
I think it's just because of the onboard switch situation.
Yeah.
Like everybody pretty much sets it up so you turn it on and
You-
put your electronics bay together.
Why don't they have a switch? Like an external switch?
I
'Cause I
hope
think-
that
I think the Altus Metrums, you turn them on the pad.
yeah. And I mean, like Eric and Postar's done it too, actually. Adrian even did a guide on the Rocketry forum showing you how to desolder the switch that's on it and put a mag switch on it. Which is nice, but that's not going to stop you from getting out to the pad, turning it on, and then having a conflict because somebody else on the flight line didn't do that and has it just cooking in their electronics bay.
And now you're unaware, clogging up the entire launch. Standing there by your launch pad.
Well, and that's what remember at Balls how long it took to get my GPS to connect. Fortunately, we were the only ones at that rack for like the first 40 minutes, but And actually, Postarts, didn't yours not work? And then we left so other people could fly their rockets and then went back out?
Yeah.
All right. So we're practicing what we preach here, folks, even with an O motor ready to fly. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the solution is other than get your ham license and operate on a different band. And it gets more and more tempting every day. I only fly GPS really when I feel like I need to in the first place.
Yeah, same. The other answer is to just not fly it at a big launch. But
yeah, but nobody wants to do that. And most people don't have RDF as like a backup thing like we do anymore. So it's have your GPS on or don't fly at all is what it boils down to for a lot of people.
Well, flying high would be really scary if I only had GPS.
Oh, here come the comments.
I'm kind of confused. So maybe, forgive my ignorance here, but like, I don't understand why there wouldn't be some other way to address devices. Like, I mean, they're sending, custom data or whatever over this data pipe or whatever. Like, how? I don't understand why there wouldn't be something else in its protocol to like be able to better address it, if that makes sense. Like, programming some name to it, programming some extra like
right, like we're both transmitting on the same
same channel, but like, okay, this is Bob and the other one's Alice or what, like I don't understand why there's not something else there, but
there is, like, you can name your tracker and it'll even tell you, hey, Jesse Taylor's tracker is transmitting on this. So
and in fact it will continually pop up on on your app that it's just like Matt's using this channel. Matt's using this channel.
I think what you mean though, Matt, is why isn't there some sort of protocol that it can decipher where that specific tracker by name is so there's no confusion?
Yeah.
And I mean that would be a great question for Adrian, but I don't know anything about radio technology, so because that would be great if we could all be on the same channel, and then you'd be like, oh, but this is specifically Braden's GPS featherweight tracker 4349.
It'd be like Pokemon Go, but for rockets.
But instead, what I think we get is like when you go to Hobby Lobby. And me and Sean and Andrew did this for LDRS at Lucerne. You all buy the same cheap $20 RC helicopter, and they're all on the same channel. So sometimes you steer someone else's when you're playing with them all at once.
Okay, wait. If everyone's was on the same channel, a similar UI to Pokemon Go would be hilarious, where it's just a map and then a bunch of rockets everywhere.
Yeah.
That would be way fun.
Dude, what it would get, you put like your face, like a 3D avatar of yourself on the transmitter. So it's just like my head floating in a cornfield in Iowa.
you go to launches, like if we'd fly into LDRS and like we don't have any rockets to fly, so we're just gonna go rocket hunting. Yeah.
That'd be fun. Oh, that'd be awesome.
How many did you get this weekend?
That'd be hilarious, dude.
The last known GPS has like a tombstone on it.
Oh, wow. This one's dead. I don't know. That's actually a really good question for Adrian, though. Because I'm sure there's some explanation. If there was just an easy way to do that, I would assume by now it would have been I was going to say,
I'm probably making it sound a lot easier.
He's just like, I've never thought about that.
Again, forgive my ignorance. I don't know. I don't know any better.
He's just all passive aggressive. Oh, wow. The software engineer wants to know why I can't do this. I wish I had thought of that. If only I was as smart as you, Garmin man.
Yeah, Matt, get us some Garmin stuff we can track our rockets.
Okay, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, authorized. I'm not talking about the old days. Okay. A Garmin product.
Yeah, a Garmin specific rocketry GPS.
Yeah.
Let's go. Okay. They're going to be like, no way that's worth developing.
You'll sell about 1,000 of them.
But yeah, anyway, Silicdyne Reperix, very cool. I'm excited to dig into it and play with it some more. I did recommend that he, on the front of the packaging, makes the picture of the transmitter the actual size, though, because it's way bigger on the box than it is inside. And then there's like the ground station is in the background and really blurry, but it's still so centered that it just kind of looks like a blurry picture and not that it's drawing attention. Like it's kind of do like a fake depth of field thing. I think if you just have this box and just the tiny transmitter on the front, that's like the most impactful way that you could sell this thing. Granted,
Yeah, with a
there's not
with
really going
quarter,
to be
just the transmitter with quarter for scale.
euro because they're from France.
Oh,
but
okay,
there is a picture with the euro.
Yeah,
but the,
I was curious.
us
where they come from.
cheeseburgers don't really have a good reference for how big those are.
Cheeseburger.
That's a really fancy box. I'm used to the Rocketry products just coming in a padded envelope.
I know when I opened it, I was like, dang, all right, let's go. This is nice. Oh, this says Reperix tracking application available for both iOS and Android. This must be a pre-production box, because I think he's still working on that. So, I mean, hopefully soon, though, because it is cool. And I don't know, maybe it'll give a different show. I'll have to look at the different channels for this one. I know it's the like same bands as the featherweight ones, but maybe they're slightly different like channel frequencies. It would be really
we should
nice.
turn them both on and see if they collide.
We should turn a bunch of them on and somehow
Oh.
make them all beep.
No.
That'd be fun.
And then walk into downtown LA with them.
Yeah, a bunch of twisted wires together and beeps and noises. That'd be fun.
No.
That'd go
Okay.
over well.
We got a Ask the Rock Doc email. So,
Are we the Rock Doc?
Yeah. who's
but
that?
I think we've had this set up for a while so people can ask the Rocket Doctor things. Remember, we did a couple of them, and if you have a rocket problem, then you can send it to contact at
yeah.
igpodcast.com. Or you can join the Discord and ask the Rock Doc there. But this actually appears to be a follow-up on why you can't fly like dog collars legally.
Oh.
Let's see. Space-based GPS modules have been available to the CubeSat community for years. However, the approval process can be lengthy, cost high, starting at $5,000 for an unlocked GPS module. Wow. That explains something we've recently talked about, Shane. Let's see. That's not giving me any sort of info. Came across this on Big Rigby's website. Upon your recommendation, do some research on the use of spot trays or ACR bivvy for rocketry. I do need something for tracking bong. Okay, yeah, I remember this now. There are several considerations when choosing a GPS for high-altitude rocketry flights. The first is proper implementation of COCOM limits. These regulations place a limit on GPS tracking device that disables tracking when it determines it is moving faster than 1,000 knots and at an altitude higher than 18,000 meters. Some manufacturers interpret this requirement as an OR function, which means to stop working at altitudes above 18,000 meters. The high-altitude balloon crowd has been aware of this for years and maintains a list of affected devices. La 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 la. There have been some disagreement regarding absolute altitude limitations. U-blocks guarantee 50 kilometers. Data capture of the flight showed the GPS module shut down above 50 kilometers with Phoenix 4 at Black Rock. It is resuming normal operation when it fell below 50 kilometers. Okay. This isn't particularly... Wait, does that mean like a dog collar won't lock out? Because
Yeah,
it's not
I think
designed to
so.
go in the sky. Oh my god, that's crazy.
I think that they should. At least thinking about what happens on our GPS stuff, like I know that it I think by default it does lock out. Like it basically will not report. I think speed faster than that. I think
1,000
I don't know.
knots.
I think so. Yeah, but I don't know.
I mean, it would make sense as a developer to just like go ahead and implement that across all devices, because you never know if some dweeb with a rocket's just going to be like, I'm going to go put this in a rocket that's going Mach 4.
Yeah.
Matt, you knew that at one time people were flying Garmin DC-30s?
Is that right?
Do you know what that is?
Nah, yeah, I know what that is. That's a Garmin DC-30, which is a collar for a dog. Dog collar 30. Yeah, that's right. So I do remember you telling me that, and I remember seeing those.
Allegedly, I mean,
okay.
Sorry, I was digging around. There was something, I swear I read something on the Rocketry forum about why it is illegal, but so I mean, anyway, I guess this doesn't really, if I read into it more from this email, that probably would be helpful, but since we're recording live, I don't really want to dive into it. But if you want to send us an email, send it to contact@aggpodcast.com. Corrections, suggestions, or just comments, let us hear it, because it will be a good time.
Tell us why we're stupid.
Oh,
Wow.
Let's see. He sent a Wikipedia article as well, and Matt just sent a link.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe what I sent is not anything new.
Sorry.
I don't know. Yeah, well,
That was a bad sound.
in the end of the day, it's something to do with COCOM regulations and not being allowed to have your GPS read over a certain speed or altitude. So there we go, folks. Although the 50-kilometer limit, I think, is gone now, right? Because, well, how many kilometers did Kip go? And he had Kate. Well, we definitely know to space is okay because, Maracay. Is that how they
Yeah.
said it? Meraki? I already forgot.
Oh, the New Zealand?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay, thanks, Matt.
Yeah, that was not helpful.
Solid
I'm
input.
sorry. I'm sorry.
398,000 feet with full GPS too. That's 121.6 kilometers. There you go. That's definitely over 50 by a good margin. So
How many?
the real
cheeseburgers?
answer is nobody knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, boys, I think I'm really tempted to like start diving into the ham licensing process again.
Yeah, me too.
Do we?
But not. What's funny is I would get it and still not use it, but I like
Right.
the idea of it being an option.
Right, having the ability to use it would be phenomenal. All right. Well,
yeah.
Yeah. Well,
what do you guys think?
You know what we should do again
What?
sometime soon? We should do another roasting people's rockets.
Dude, yeah, that was a fun one.
Yeah.
It's
that
been like
really
a
only
year
worked.
since then, right?
Yeah, but it kind of only worked for the live stream, right? Because if we just do a full podcast episode of it, nobody's going to be able to see unless we like get in depth. Like, and these fillers look like ass, dude. There's all bumps that look like the Rocky Mountain in this.
yeah,
piece
let's
of
do that. Let's really get descriptive.
Yeah, that's
That'd actually be funny. Like, that's the whole point.
What,
of
were you
the
having
episode.
a mental breakdown while you were building this rocket? I mean, I've never seen. I don't even know what any other answer for why it looks that way.
What if we did it, but we only released the audio for it, so that way people don't know whose rocket we're talking about?
That's
Oh, that's crazy. Because
Then
I
we
think
can
it would
just
be kind of fun, though,
foul.
as the whole objective is that we're as descriptive as possible, but we're roasting it. So we're just like, and the paint job looks like you can feel it from several inches away. And I have to assume it was done 3 hours before they went to bed the night before a launch. Otherwise, there's really no excuse for it to look this bad. Which is pretty much how the Nike smoke turned out, if we're all going to keep it $150. But we already talked about that in the last episode. So if you didn't listen to that one yet, go check it out. And I think that's pretty much it for this episode, unless you guys have anything else. Taylor, do you want to hit a part 2 of the rant real quick? Or
Yeah, learn how to use your altimeters and GPS and everything before the rocket's on the pad. And then if it doesn't work, have some awareness and don't clog up the whole launch.
Well
Hold
spoken.
on, I'm trying.
Or or you can look over. You know, find me looking angry.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Just look at your face and know like at what point are they at, and you're like a time, like a little sand thing. And, you know, when you're looking fine, that everything's good, but when you're starting to look really upset, then you know that it's time to get off the pad.
Yeah, he's an hourglass.
That's what I'm trying.
The Sailor Moon hourglass.
basically.
The triangle thing.
You're just getting more
Yeah.
and more mad. You know what's funny?
Oh,
is
he's about ready to blow. You better
We
go
could get you a
back.
chart with smiley faces and frowny faces that you hold up and
Yeah.
point to, like at a doctor's
it's like the pain
office.
meter. Yeah. for the
Yeah.
diagram.
That's
How
awesome.
mad are you at me right now for not having my rocket ready to fly? You're just tapping the 7. Ooh, okay, I'll just come back then. I feel like this is from a recent occurrence. So whoever it was that did this to you recently is gonna be like, wow. This
What's funny is it was just every time I flew a rocket.
oh well, perfect.
Yeah, so that's why I'm pretty revved up about it. I'm like, I only flew like 2 rockets. So
I have a fun story I'll tell you after we finish recording about an altercation I ran into at Airfest. Well, not really an altercation. A remark that somebody made when I was flying a rocket, which was pretty interesting.
love remarks. They're always
Yeah.
so positive.
Yeah, it was a really fun one for me. But yeah, now, dude, you're gonna get people at the pads being like, "Don't worry, Jesse. I'll go as fast as I can."
I know.
I saw on the
Hey,
podcast
that's-
that you hate everyone.
Yeah, that's great. If you could just hurry up while you're making your backhanded comments at me.
Quit talking and get your.
You're like, yeah, that's funny, but your electronics
yeah.
aren't on, and I don't know what
Cool,
you're doing.
you're wasting time. Go.
So yeah, I'm ready
Dude.
for it. bring it on.
Taylor as the pad manager. Like, do you think this rail's good? You're like, yeah,
I'm
it's
just
good.
like
Just shut up, go.
I'm like a 8th grade football coach that's like from the 80s. I'm about ready to throw my clipboard down and tell you to hustle. Come on.
Well, I think that's going to do it for this episode of the Anti-Gravity Group podcast. Unless anyone else has any other things, speak now or forever hold a
No,
bag
I
of
think
frozen
we're good.
peas.
It's good to be back.
Wow. Yes.
All right. My name is Braden Carlson. You can find me on YouTube at Rocket Vlogs or on Instagram at Rocket Vlogs Official or Rocket Vlogs on Facebook as well. And you can just follow my regular Facebook account too, because that one's monetized and the Rocket Vlogs one isn't. So I've been posting rocket videos all over the internet, and it has been time consuming. So that's probably going to slow down a lot in the near future. But I'm gonna do what I can. And thank you all for getting us to 1,000 subscribers again. I know we talked about this recently, but we appreciate you. And if you aren't watching the videos on YouTube, we appreciate you checking things out elsewhere. Don't forget, you can contact us, send us an email, contact@aggpodcast.com with any sort of comments or recommendations. Ask us any questions. We'll answer them on the show. Or if you're listening outside of YouTube, you can send us a text in the description of your preferred podcast listening app, and we will get a message like that. I think that's all I got.
My name is Taylor, and you can find me on YouTube at The Rocket Channel.
My name is Shane. You can find me on YouTube at Postart Propulsions, where there's a new video out. You should go watch it 36 times and every other
Whoa.
video. Please.
Yeah, use a VPN so it changes your IP address every time.
Yeah. Also just passed 1,000 subscribers on that channel, so thank you.
Nice.
Yeah, woo!
And my name's Matt, and I don't have a YouTube channel, so yeah, don't watch anything of mine.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, don't.
We are the Anti-Gravity Group. This is the Anti-Gravity Group podcast, and we will see you all next time.
We might just hear from Nigel the Rocket Cat. Load up the professional masterpiece, you can bet on that. A launch and a chat with them is guaranteed to be a blast. It's the Anti-Gravity Group Podcast. Ooh, ooh, ooh.